Hey guys, it's Chris from CRT Sports Cards with our second video now on eBay's promoted listings and how to use it to further drive your sales. In the first video, I covered what I learned through talking with the eBay representatives at the National and their idea of using promoted listings to drive sales and traffic to your store versus trying to drive or try to sell one or two items that may be high dollar in your store. And so the first video, we covered the first 3 weeks of that process, and that covered a time period from basically August 1st to August 21st, where we had about 345,000 impressions, 321 clicks, and 121 items sold. And that was basically right at $100 in sales. So the title of the video, which is basically our first $100 in sales. But I wanted to do an update. It's been about another 3 weeks, and take another look at the numbers and see where we stand and see if there is any similarities in the last 3 weeks to the first 3 weeks, and where do we stand after 6 weeks of really going hard after eBay's promoted listings and promoting lower dollar items to help drive traffic to my store. But a quick overview here. This is the entire time frame from August 1 to September 14th. We have a total impression count of over 656,000. As of August 21st, we had about 344,000 impressions. Overall, we've had 687 people click into our listings of those 657,000. And of those people who have clicked into my listings, we have sold 253 items. There are some similarities in the numbers, which are great to see, because a sample size now of 656,000 is a good number. Now, 687 and 253 are still smaller, but the numbers do match up from both time periods. But the one thing I do want to call out here is on this first graph. You can see how over the past 3 weeks, our impressions have been dropping from a high of 26,000 on August 14th to right around 6,400, which happened the past couple days. So almost a 25 or 75% drop in total impressions. While I don't know exactly why that is, my thought process is just based on what we're promoting. I'm promoting a lot of older product from earlier in the year. I have very few new items promoted. So my presumption here is just due to the fact that a month ago I had newer items. Now those items are now another month old, that the impressions are starting to fall off. So we will see if that continues. And as our other releases come out, update series, Topps Heritage Miners, we will see if that spikes up. But it is interesting to see from a month ago, our listings were 26,000 impressions. Now we're down to, 6,500. But that's just one interesting piece of the puzzle so far. Now, on the clicks overall, you see it's all over the map. We go 17, 22, a low of 5. That's probably our lowest number since, the first was 4. But, we go to a high of 27 on 9/1, 23. It kind of bounces around, but, for the most part, the line is pretty straight as an average. What really matters here is the items sold. Anybody can click into a listing, but what really matters here is are the items being purchased, and what is that? So what does that velocity look like? And we did have a spike on September 7th. We did sell 51 promoted listings, so that was a very nice conversion rate on that day. But here's where I think the success is, and why I'm becoming more of a believer in the promoted listing feature. Any time frame I look at, whether it be the first 3 weeks, the second 3 weeks, or overall, we are sitting right at a 37% conversion rate. So even going from 344,000 impressions from the first 3 weeks to now 656,000 impressions, if I can get that individual to click into my listing, there is a 37% chance they're going to purchase that item. And that is great to see. The last 3 weeks time period has been 132 items sold versus clicks of 354. That's 37.2. And then right now I am 253 for 687, which is just under 37%. So very, very static numbers. And back in our first video, for the first 3 weeks, it was 37.6% conversion. So even though the impressions are dropping, the sold items on those clicks are maintaining at 37%. Overall, on a sales perspective, over the past 3 weeks, we have sold an extra $121.29, and that has cost us a total of $15.74 in ad fees. Well, the ad fee total is combined over the first 6 weeks, but overall, I mean, these are low dollar items, base cards, inserts, which I am very, very happy to sell, and it's only costing me $15.74 in ad fees. So as we end up through the next couple of months of the year, we've got a couple releases left. I am going to continue to be aggressive with this feature on eBay, and I'm very curious, are you using it? Have you tried using it? I mean, what are your successes? Have you had, a lot of sales from it, or have you struggled to drive sales yourself? So if you guys want, leave some comments in the section below, and thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.